There's nothing like chilling with my girls. Just me and my divas taking over the world. Hey, divas. Hey, divas. Let me tell you now.
What's up, divas and divas? Your girl April. So finally I am ready to show off my wig that I actually created using the hair from statementgirl.com. I did do an original video which was basically just showing what the packaging looked like, unpackaging looked like, along with that how I constructed my closure onto this beautiful curly wig. When you did see me make it, it was really like kind of wild looking, stiff, really not flattering. Not to me, it really wasn't flattering. But after I washed it and just conditioned it really good, I washed it actually twice. And that was because the first time I washed it, you know, I had to get that nice look out of it. I had to get that stiff, hard look out of it. Hair was just really, really stiff. I had to soften it up. So I co-washed it. I just co-washed it. I didn't shampoo it or anything like that. The second time, the reason why I washed it is because I was trying to apply some of the actual concealer, and along with that I was trying to apply, and I wasn't trying to, I applied some of the protective shield on the inner side of the closure just to make it appear more real, as in real flesh scalp. Now the concealer that I used was way too light. I decided to use my Ben Nye Special Highlight HY1 Yellow. And that was really too light, so when I put it on, it just looked like it was kind of like a yellowish color, so it was way too light. So I had to actually wash this off. This stuff does get really, really hard. And I found that technique out from Miss Bossy, so I'll post her information below. So big shout out to you, Miss Bossy. I really, really appreciate your videos. Really, really informative. However, her product and her idea really worked, but the only issue that I have is because this was a pre-tweezed closure, meaning that it already had a part in it. I didn't have to bleach the knots or anything like that. I did do some bleaching to the knots because they were still like kind of speckly in the closure, but I just really wanted to kind of camouflage this kind of like really deep part. Now I know a lot of people's parts are not really this deep. Mine's is not, so I'm not really sure if I'm going to be able to wear this with the part so deep. If not, then I have my own technique. I've done this before on another wig that I mentioned in a prior video that I will showcase, and that part also, that closure also came pre-tweezed. And when they pre-tweeze them, they just tweeze them too much to where the part is super duper straight, like super duper straight, and nobody's part is really super duper straight, like fine straight, and I don't really want mine to look like that because then it looks really unnatural. And they also make it too wide, so I really don't care for the tweezed parts too much because there's really not much you can do with it if it's over tweezed unless you part it elsewhere. Now I did try to part it elsewhere, but because of the hair being so thick, I would have had to re-bleach it, and I really didn't want to do that. So what I did with my other wig, once I made it and the closure, the part was just like awfully big because of the tweezers, I actually went down the into that part with a pair of scissors, and I cut it, and then I applied some wig clips and just had to pull out a tiny bit of my leave out. So it wasn't really a wig anymore. It was kind of like a wig slash U-part slash closure wig, which I did on my own, which it really does look really nice like that. So I'm going to show you how this looks before, while it's just regular clothes like this. And if it doesn't work, then I'm just going to actually cut it and put some clips in it today. Now this was a wig that I used. I made this on an actual U-part wig cap. And it's just a regular U-part wig, and it does have those pre-cut slits in it, you know, what have you. And yeah, that's what I did with that. It did come with adjustable straps, and of course this is their Virgin Brazilian Spiral Curl. If you can see the tag right here, I do sew my own tags in them with the name of the hair and the company. That way, because I have so many wigs that I make, who's to say I'm going to remember everything? So this is what I do. Now what I sewed in some clips, some combs right here, one on each side and one in the back also. And if you can see, you see there is the actual adjustable straps, but I also put an elastic band in the back too, because sometimes to me it's really not tight enough and it starts to sag, so I really don't want that. And it all depends on how thick your hair is too, and how braided down your hair is when you put these wigs on. So with me, I like to put the elastic right here in the back to make it tighter. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to put it on. And my hair is really like literally a mess. Like my leave out is so, well, not my leave out, but my braids are so through. The tighter I braid my hair, it just loosens up and it just feels like it's never been braided. Or it just looks like it hasn't been braided. This is my actual leave out right here. But this was for a U-part wig, so I decided to put on my regular wig. So instead of me doing it all over, I just braid this piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the wig on with the part right here because this is where it's at. And I don't think I really want the part in the middle. We're going to see. We'll see. Okay, so here is my actual part. And to me, the part is kind of big. This is the part that was tweezed. I didn't do anything to this part but just basically bleach the knots on it some. Now, the color was a little bit duller than it actually is right now. It was more of like, you know, how the actual color looks on a lace wig where it doesn't match. So when I said that I was using that method, which Miss Bossy Live placed with the actual protector, and I put all that concealer. I washed it out. I didn't wash with shampoo. I just co-washed it, and it didn't really come all the way out, so it left residue on it, which is fine because the residue that it left on it actually is the exact color to my actual parts. This hair is really pretty. It's very full and soft, and let me tell you, once you wash it and co-wash it, what I use to as my conditioner is Suave Captivating Curls. I use this right here, and it's $1.98 at Walmart. This stuff is awesome. And as for my hair in the front, I don't want this much leave out of my own, so I'm gonna kind of like tuck it in and see what I can do. But as for the hair, this is really, really full, pretty hair. And it probably would look super cute with the part in the middle. I'm not really sure. This closure is much smaller. Well, not smaller, but shorter. But it's very soft and manageable. So I didn't even cut this hair or layer it. I left it as it is, which I think is fine like this. Like, this is really cute, pretty hair. So the part isn't as bad as I thought it was. Alright, ladies. So, you know what? The part in this is perfectly fine. Like, seriously, I complained a little bit too much, but now when I see it, like, it looks banging. Wow, she is feeling this hair. Okay, look at that. Seamless, baby. Whoo. Now, it did look like it was a little bit tweezed too much, but I'm telling you guys, when you pull it back just a tad bit in your own hairline, it just melts like in my skin. And I think it's because also, as tight as I have the combs, not tight, but I have the combs in the position in the right spot, but it really doesn't matter where you position them combs as long as you know how to pull them. And then I have my elastic, and this bad boy is like tight, and this is like dream girl, beautiful, big, Diana Ross summer. Get your girl, get your curl girl, get your life hair, like for real. She likes this. What? I'm feeling this here. So let me tell y'all first about the hair. It is very soft. It is the Virgin Brazilian Spiral Curl. This is, okay, I don't really like curly hair. I don't do like that kinky curly hair because it is high maintenance. I did one already and it was very pretty and I made it into a U-part. But it was so much work for me to have to deal with that wig because I didn't have a closure on it. And I had to deal with my own hair and everything like that. So it was a lot for me to deal with. So I really didn't leave that hair on my head for too long. I did sew that wig on, but it was just a lot for me to deal with. This one, this hair just is a totally different. totally different. It dries differently, and when it dries, it doesn't frizz up, so it's very soft. And if you wash this, cold wash it, and then let it dry, the hair is super duper like manageable and soft. So this is some beautiful warm weather, any type of weather. She is feeling herself look hair. It's not going to get big on you. It's not going to swell up. It is how it is. I've had this hair sitting around like for 3-4 weeks before I decided to put it on. So I've had it done a while, you know what I mean? And ran my fingers through it plenty of times, and it never swelled up. It never got nappy, anything like that. So statement girl, your hair is what is up. This is statement hair. Big or not, you can poof it up if you want to, but this is not like cotton ball dry frizzy hair. This is some really gorgeous Australian hair, because it's from Australia. So statementgirl.com is located in Australia, and ladies, believe you me, if you want some gorgeous, divalicious, beautiful volume curls, then you have to check them out. This hair is what's up. The closure is perfectly matched, and I like the fact that they tweezed it. So my first experience with the other tweezed part was very bad, but this one I like. So it all depends on who you get it from. So on that note, let me know what you think, and I will be back with updates on this one, because I'm going to be rocking her for a minute now. Yes, she likes. So I'll see you soon.
Superstar.